guy. His name is Jerry. He runs the World Class tournaments.
What's going on, Charlie?
Not much.
Yeah.
How you doing, man?
I love this, man. And you tribute to break. And I've already shed a couple of tears, man. And it's crazy, people ask me, it's like, why are you crying for a man that you never knew or ever met?
No, yeah.
But it's like you just watch those videos of like Bray Wyatt with that kid.
Yeah. And like a friend of mine who does a podcast with me, man, that doesn't get that emotional. He went on a buddy of mine's man who doesn't get that emotional. He was very, very emotional doing a little tribute to him last night on another friend's stream. So it's just like fucking just crazy I didn't expect it to hit me as bad as it did for myself, but it hit me bad. I haven't felt this way since Chris Cornell died.
Yeah, that's another one, right?
Yeah.
It
was Cornell and then Scott Weiland. I think Scott Weiland's one of the first ones that kind of like those celebrities that bothered me because there was such inspiration in music and lyrics wise. Because I was a big Soca Pilots fan, so like that one and Soundgarden was just because I didn't live I was born after Cobain died. I didn't listen to Alice in Chains at the time when Stanley died, so those didn't hit me like the same way.
I got you. Yeah, I got you, man.
But this one, yeah.
For me, it sounds corny, but for me, when I was a kid, the death of Selena, corny.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, I was a kid when she died, and then for me, honestly, the death of Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah.
That was hard for me as a kid growing up, being Mexican, right? And then Bray Wyatt died, and it did hurt. So I was a huge fan of Bray Wyatt. I spoke about it so highly. Wasn't a fan of Husky Harris. I'll be the first one to tell people straight up, I did not like Husky Harris. I thought for sure he was boring. And when they killed him off the Exodus, I actually laughed. I was like, finally, he's out here.
Got pun in.
Yeah, pun in. Yeah. And then he did this Bray Wyatt character on FCW.
Yeah.
He was with Eli Cottonwood at the time.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. And that's when I was like, oh my God, this guy shut me up so bad.
I know he was just so good on the mic, and it was just crazy just to see the difference of him, and like looking at even the guys he was around during that whole NXT period, like Michael McGillicuddy. This is the moment, and just seeing how far he come. Like a lot of people like around him at the time were kind of still struggling on the mic and all that.
Yeah,
and I said this when I gave my tribute to him. He wasn't the most flashy guy in the ring, but not like I've always said. I'm a fan of not only just the in-ring work, but I'm also a fan of character work. If you have both, then that's great. But sometimes I like character work more than in-ring work, and then sometimes I like in-ring work more than character work. It just depends on, I guess, the performance.
Yeah, and his in-ring work wasn't the greatest. Yeah. His promo work and his character work and storylines were some of the best.
And he was great when you put him in there with somebody that that could go with him, like Daniel Bryan. Yeah. The two matches he had, the match he had with him at the Royal Rumble 2014 and then the Royal Rumble 20, I think it was 2020, that strap match. I thought that was a really good match, and I was and then I'm trying to think of another great Bray Wyatt. Well, of course, there's 6-man tag with the Shield.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, and then I did I know part of people crap on this. I did like the match with him and Braun Strowman at SummerSlam.
Really?
I thought because it was those two big dudes was beating the shit out of each other for 20 minutes before Roman Reigns came back.
And that started. It's funny, right? Roman killed the Fiend, and that's what started the reign we're in now.
Yeah.
Ironically, it's also the same way when his last television match. We were there at the Album Dome. I know you were there. I was there. We saw the Blacklight match, and unfortunately, Bray went away, but then LA Knight stayed, and LA Knight became.
Yeah, and what's funny as well is that, I told you, I'm like, say what you will about that match. I know a lot of people crapped on it. Seeing it live was different, so I enjoyed it for what it was. I was looking up, and I'm seeing the fucking Uncle Howdy up there. I'm like, fucking ass, he jumping down. I'm like, this is crazy. This is fucking zany. I'm like, but I like it. It's different. I will always give them credit for at least trying something different, whether it fails or whether or not.
And tonight, unfortunately, they're doing a tribute show. We're not watching it live over here tonight. You can watch it live. I think it'll be out here by the time the SmackDown starts. But I'll be watching on the replay. So,
same.
So we'll see what happens. But welcome to summer. I'm going to Amaterasu. Hopefully you're staying cool out here. Right?
Yeah. We tried to give it the B over the gimmick. I was like, I'll take off for a little bit. I was like, I'll come back up to that.
What are you drinking?
I was drinking Jack and Coke. Why is drinking it now? Well, it's probably the ice. Yeah, plywood in there. And I was like, well, and then I think it's really ice a little bit. I was like, fly's drinking now. He's getting drunk right now.
That's okay. How do you like being that person or something?
Oh no, I'm enjoying it. It's my I think second time I've been here since your
Bachelor party.
party.
Yeah, I'm always here, guys. Whoever's watching me, I'm always here. We done Wednesdays here. We don't do them anymore. We do weekly Wednesdays. I did my bachelor party, and I think I did my birthday here 4 times in a row. And so I'm always here. I'm a local.
Yeah.
So, but Charlie, this is your second time here. How do you like it?
No, I enjoy it. I was saying this earlier. The people were accommodating to my my not demands, my requests and all that, So I have no issues with that. And as far as the event, I like the setup and all that. What do you call it? Plus, my first time doing something like this, so I'm like, I told people like, bear with me. And I'm like, I even told I believe that's the owner. Yeah. I said, bear with me. It's my first time doing something like this, and all that. I'm like, I usually do this all from the comfort of my home and have guests from different parts of the country. So it's weird doing something like in person and all that.
And I appreciate you doing this, man. Yeah. Every time I see you do a podcast, I'm like, you know what? Why don't we get Charlie out here? I podcast. Yeah. We can promote you. We can promote the brand. So for anybody that's interested, this is World Class Tournaments. We do this every month. You follow the House of Cheating, or you follow World Class Tournaments. You follow us both on Instagram and check out the venue, man. Right now, we have a bunch of vendors out here, artists and anime vendors. Right now, we have cosplay contests going on. We have video game tournaments going on right now. And so, pretty much, we're live. We're not live. We're live. Charlie's live. we're out here every month. The next one we're going to have is September the 2nd, which is Labor Day weekend. And September 22nd, which will be the 2 months we have.
Yeah, I probably won't even be. I was like, San Japan's going on, so at work, it's very hard to freaking
get those days off.
Yeah. I can't even get Sunday up for all out. So I'm like.
And Charlie is, for those of you who don't know what San Japan is, probably the biggest con in San Antonio. Charlie's not a con owner, but he can tell you more about San Japan. How do you like it?
I've never went, like, the only last convention I went to that wasn't like, well, it was that Superhero Complex with one name Jake was at.
Right.
But last one to Henry B was, I think it was PAX South I went to in 2019. That one was fun. I tried
PAX South.
Yeah, Days Gone. What was it? What was the other game I tried? Days Gone, Jump Force, which was a disappointment. Graphically, it looked great.
I'm with you, though. A lot of people hate it when I say that, but I'm like, I'm with you. To me, it was a disappointment.
Yeah, and then what was the other? Oh, Resident Evil 2. Even though it's the same demo I already played previously, but I was like, Resident Evil 2 remake.
I've been to, I had a brief one. I went to documentary. Yeah, went to PAX Out.
Yeah.
I went to 2017.
2017?
I went 2017, 2018. I didn't go back to 2016, 2017 I went. That was my last PAX Out.
Okay.
But the one I went to in 2017, they had the Resident Evil house from 7. Resident Evil 7.
Oh,
they had the entire house out there. It was cool to walk in there.
Yeah, they had something like that, they had something like that for 2, but it was like crazy. It was just like, and the line for that one, that was long. But at least I got I love that I took a picture in that cop car. But Facebook wants to be a bitch and they want to try to censor that photo. It's not even a real blood and guts, it's zombie guts and all that. It's like all that. So I'm like, okay, fine, I'll just do the one where I'm riding the motorcycle and Days Gone.
San Japan, the biggest anime con in San Antonio. For those of you who don't know what that is, hundreds, not even hundreds, thousands of people. And so we'll be out here December 2nd for that. We'll be out here December 22nd for another monthly, and we also have one for October, which I hope to invite you back.
Yeah, that one I'll definitely do because I gotta. Because I think we talked about because I was like, make sure that it's not. I'll SmackDown for Friday Night SmackDown and freaking
AEW or what?
No, SmackDown's gonna be in October. Then I'm going to Lacuna Coil.
Lacuna Coil?
Yeah, the band. They're gonna be in the Aztec. Them and I think Zero Factory. Really?
No. I have a friend of mine, though, Robert. He's gonna come up here right now. He knows about Japan, so you guys can shoot.
Oh, okay, yeah, definitely.
We'll get the owner of Charity Buddy here. But look, man, I'm glad you're out here. We can get you some guests. Keep talking about Bray. Rest in peace, Bray Wyatt.
Definitely.
I'm definitely gonna shed some tears when I watch SmackDown tonight.
Yes,
we're gonna get you some guests, man. We have a cosplay contest coming up, so hopefully we'll have the other judges or one of the judges up here with me.
Yeah.
I'm happy to have Ernie from the Charity Bar here, so hopefully you have some questions for Ernie from the Charity Bar. But let's shoot real quick because I know you do horror, so let's shoot. I think we talked about this before. Favorite horror movies that you have?
Well, favorite franchise, of course, is Halloween. So, like, as far favorite Halloween movie, number 4. As far as like,
I like 4.
Yeah,
I like that's my favorite Halloween.
And Halloween 4 also was my introduction. But something I'm trying to think of, like, like something that one have to be American Psycho.
That's a good
With
one.
that,
Which
that-
was- that's a horror movie. Yeah.
yeah, that one, and then The Craft. Probably.
I know it.
Oh,
That's me though. That's me.
And then
Don't hate on Charlie. Charlie likes the crap.
And then probably third, I consider it a horror movie. I know some people don't. The Crow. Because that one, I just feel like the gothic nature of it and all that.
It was definitely a movie for excited.
Yeah.
Favorite horror movie, you know what, people? Jaws.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
It scared people from stop going to their to the beach.
Yeah.
When you get people to stop going to the beach, that's a true horror movie. I like other movies, man. I like Aliens.
Yeah. I consider that actually like it's funny because it's like Alien and Predator. Predator, I say it's a half action, half horror movie.
That first Alien though. You consider that
yeah,
one horror?
Yeah, first Alien, but like the Predator, it's weird because the first half is like it's like a standard Arnold Schwarzenegger action movie,
Right.
and then fucking halfway through, then it becomes like a sci-fi horror film. I like that; it's different. Yeah, because Alien had that weird. It was like horror, then action, then kind of a mixture. Then with Prometheus, it was kind of like it was back to the horror roots. Same thing with Alien Covenant.
Right.
And then
back to the horror part.
yeah, Alien had that weird kind of like just amalgamation of different genres.
Yeah, because then
Which
you went for Alien, and then James Cameron turned into an action movie, and then what's his name? The one that did Fight.
David Fincher.
David Fincher. There you go. The guy who did Fight Club.
He hates that movie. He doesn't like. I
hate it
know,
too.
Yeah, I know. I know. If I ever interview him, that's what
Oh, you talking about Fight Club or Alien 3?
Alien 3.
Okay, I hate that. I was like, Fight Club's amazing.
Yeah.
How can you hate Fight Club? Alien 3, I
Yeah,
hate
we're
that
actually me and my co-host from Dan. We're going to be talking about that this Wednesday for. Well, we're going to record it probably tomorrow, but we're going to talk about this Wednesday. Review of Fight Club.
I love that movie. One of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah. But yeah, so I also consider Terminator a horror movie in a way. The first Terminator. Yeah, just with the.
I love the franchise up to 2. That's it. I'm sorry.
I like everything except Genesis. That's like the only one I thought, or Genesis, that's what I call it. I hate that one with a passion. I like Dark Fate. I'm one of the only people that probably thought the twist that they did at the beginning was ballsy, and I appreciate that.
Did you jump on it?
Yeah,
Oh, spoiler alert,
Terminator Salvation. While it has flaws, I still enjoyed it for what it was. 3 is a guilty pleasure.
You know why I like and 3 to me was terrible. Sorry, I'm sorry.
It's a guilty pleasure. I'm not saying it's a great movie, but it's a guilty pleasure.
You know I like Salvation. It's a decent story. You got some action. You know I like Salvation. I'm a scene guy for movies. If the movie has a great scene,
Yeah.
I love it. Best scene in that movie when I forget his name. The guy comes out in Avatar when he's messing with.
Yeah. Sam Worthington.
There you go. Yeah, he's messing with the car. And Alice in Chains comes out.
Oh,
Rooster. I love that song. As
yeah.
soon as it hits, right, everyone stops. The kid's like, "What is that?" It's like something my brother used to listen to. And I was like, "Yeah, your brother had good taste in music."
Yeah.
And that one scene did it for me, man. That was great. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No. So I agree, and I'm trying to think of other underrated. Like one of my favorite, like I guess ones that more people are talking about now is Trick or Treat. Came out back in 2007. It was like an anthology movie. It had actually I think it came out in 2008 or 2009 technically, but it was supposed to come out in 2007. Had theatrical issues where it was supposed to come out in theaters. It had Anna Paquin right before True Blood, just kind of her in between X-Men and True Blood phase.
Did that stream on Netflix at one time?
I think it did. It's on. Yeah, it has like a little. It's a little killer with a sack. It's called Sam.
Yeah. Sammy?
Yeah.
Yeah. It became very popular now.
Yeah. And I heard there was supposed to be a sequel to that movie, which I'm like, they could. I'm like, anthology movies work. Like, you could do sequels to anthologies because, like, Terrifier, like Art the Clown, and all that. That started out as an anthology film because it was All Hallows Eve.
And you're a big video gamer, right?
Yeah.
You're a big video gamer? Texas Chainsaw Massacre, you playing that yet?
Not yet. No, I actually went to GameStop to go pick it up, and then they were like, "Oh, we only have one copy reserved." I'm like, "Oh, that sucks."
What about Killer Clowns from Outer Space? That's coming out too?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
And then RoboCop, they're releasing RoboCop, which I'm actually looking forward to. I did like Terminator Resistance, I think it was called.
Yeah.
And
Predator Grounds?
I never played that one. My friend and I were trying to get some games like I joke with them. We're just getting movie tie-in games constantly. Because they're playing like Friday 13th. We actually did some gameplay streams of doing Friday 13th and Dead by Daylight.
Dead by Daylight. Hey man, you're on patience, right?
Yeah.
I think I have you. I'll send me an invite.
Yeah,
for
I'll send you. Yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna take off, Charlie. I'm gonna take off though, but I'm gonna get you another guest here in a minute.
All right, man.
Before I go, favorite animes, if you haven't had any, what you have right now.
I know I'm stereotypical Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z. I love Dragon Ball Z too. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, brother. Keep doing what you're doing.
All right.
Thank you, guys. Check us out. World Class Tournaments. Instagram, Facebook.
TikTok. All right, let me look at the chat real quick. That was good. That was a good one. All right.